Hello everybody and welcome. Is this bright or what? It's a little bright, right? Should we try to do something about that? Anyway, welcome to How to Be Fairly Decent at Most Things. I'm your host, Adam, and today we are going to be making just a little animation, just a little stick figure animation, just a little. I'll do it hopefully in under an hour. Because who's got time to watch a whole hour's worth, right? If I were sensible, I would probably not do this live and just divide it into like 4 videos, make you watch them all. But that's not the case. So I'm going to do it live. You can just bear with me through all my difficulties as we try to figure out Adobe Animate. I haven't made too much with Adobe Animate, but I remember when I was a kid in school, in high school, and I wasn't even in high school yet, but I saw people and I saw the software and I thought, wow, that's so cool. And so I made my brother get it for me illegally at the time. But anyway, this I've paid for, and it's not too much a month, like 20 bucks or something on sale. And for Photoshop, Dreamweaver, the whole Adobe works. But I'm not here to sell you Adobe. I'm here to show you how to use it in case you want to make some little animations, show your friends, show your family, and what have you. So, I have opened up Adobe Animate. Let me just make me a little person here in the corner. Hey! And maybe even move me a bit here. So this is sort of let me scoot this over. Let me make sure you can hear me too. Can you hear me? So, I have opened up Adobe Animate. Let me just make... I see that you can hear me. And that's a good sign, because I have this little Bluetooth headset which is kind of crappy, but we'll deal with what we got here. I do have a better microphone elsewhere, but now I'm starting to think maybe I should do this with that, but whatever, we're gonna plow through here and we can just make another little stick fight. So we're gonna need to make a new a new document, basically. This is the basic startup screen. I didn't change anything. How long have this been going on for? We're going to make sure this is under an hour. It's 12:15 now. We're starting now. Okay? Maybe I should set a timer. Anyway, let's just go ahead and start with an HTML5 canvas document. Right? This nice little square. And let us begin. So, this is the stage, I believe it's called. Here we have our timeline, right? Each of these little buggers is a frame, and it's playing at 24 frames per second. We can change that if we want. And over here we have some libraries, some properties. And then different tools, right? Drawing tools, eraser, these kinds of things you might recognize if you've ever used Microsoft Paint or anything, basically. I'm going to start with the brush tool. Why am I going to start with the brush tool? I don't know. Maybe I should start with the pencil tool. It seems to me like the pencil tool has a fill, has a stroke without a fill. The paintbrush tool has the same, and the brush tool has a fill without a stroke. I don't even know if it matters what we use, but because today we're just going to be making a little animation, and we're probably not going to be changing the strokes and the widths. But let's get started. So I'm going to make 3 different layers, I suppose. Layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. I just right click and hit insert layer. That's easy enough, eh? And I'm going to go ahead and, for layer 1, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a keyframe here. Actually, I'm just going to select this whole nonsense. This whole nonsense and this whole nonsense. All these frames, and I'm going to hit convert to keyframes. Now, each of these is a nice little keyframe. And the only other thing I really ought to do before we get started is click this little button down here. This little onion skin outlines. And what that will do is it will, if you can see over here, it'll give me a sort of view of 2 frames ahead and 2 frames behind of where I am. And that's really helpful when you're animating. I should say that I'm not much of an animator. I'm not very artistic. I don't consider myself to be, but don't let that stop any of you. It's not stopping me, and here I am live on YouTube. So if I can do it, you can do it. You'll see that my drawing is not that good. And you'll, I think, quickly realize that the more you draw and the more you get accustomed with the interface, then probably the better your animation will be. And simply the amount of time you spend on the thing, that will be helpful. So, anyway, let's get to it, shall we? First, we got to figure out what color we want to make our little fella. I'm thinking we go with, what do you think? Here's where we can pick colors. How about just a nice blue? Not a super blue, but like a blue. You know what I mean? No, you know what I'm talking about. Let's just pick this blue. Seems like a fair blue. And let's just make a little fella. So we want to make sure we're on layer 1. This is my blue guy. Or girl. But I think we'll just make it a blue guy. Not that we're gonna, draw it out so people can tell, but, and, oh, is that awful or what? Do you see that terrible? Ooh. Alright. Let's see. We can change the size of our brush and smoothing. Let's really get some smoothness here. Smoothness is going to take that rough shape that I'm drawing and kind of smooth it out. If we had no smoothness, it would look like this. And if we had all smoothness, well, it would look like this. Which looks pretty cool. So let's keep smoothness pretty high, shall we? Alrighty. You can change the width, the stroke, blah, 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 blah. This is interesting. Intersecting shapes will merge. Should we try that? You'll notice that this is going to be a bit of a learning experience for the whole lot of us. Should we go with pencil too? See, I don't know. Okay, let's stick with brush tool. And let's just draw a little fella. There's a head. There's some little legs. And some nice little arms. Ta-da! Right? But it's only been 5 minutes. We already got a little dude. Was that easy or what? I think so. Now here's the trick. We're just going to press, I'm going to press the arrow key on my super fancy keyboard that lights up. And changes colors. And it's all rainbow and stuff, which I would show you in another day, but I'm not going to today. Anyway, I already messed up. I lied. Okay, I'm not going to press the arrow key. I'm going to press the little period key, or this little arrow key. You see the light lighting up here? Lights up all blue when I touch it. Anyway, it's got like millions of colors. It's a cool thing. You can buy them, but they're probably a waste of money. So, maybe not. Depends. Back to this drawing, shall we? So, when I press that arrow key, I progress 1 frame over, yeah? You see? And now my blue fella is blue. He's blue because I set the color blue right here by default. I didn't set it was default. But you can change that. But we'll just keep it blue. So now we're on the next frame, and here's what we're going to do. We're just going to draw the same little fella again. Not that hard. Except let's just draw him a little more to the right. Alright, so now our fella's over here. Actually, there we go. Does that look crappy or what? See, like his arms real big and he's like reaching out like this? Doesn't matter. We don't care. We're going to click the arrow key again, progressing 1 frame. Now we're on frame 3. You see where this red line is? And then let's put his head more over here, yeah? There we go. Okay, now his body's kind of moving. Maybe his legs are coming up a little here because he's walking. Now he's got like 3 legs. Uh-oh. Is that appropriate? Okay. Alright, this time I'm going to go back in here. Yeah? And we're just going to keep doing that. We're just going to keep drawing this little fella. If we were Walt Disney, then obviously we would give a darn about like animation, right? We would draw his arms and legs kind of walking up and down, and it would look real realistic, and we would have him curve and lift and what have you, but for now we're just drawing. We're just drawing this little fella, and he's just moving along. We can even, I mean, we could try to lift up a leg. All right, let's try it. So one leg goes up, next frame. That leg's kind of going down. I guess it's jumping now. I don't know. This is the part of the animation that I'm telling you, if you had a lot of time, excuse me, you could really make it look kind of cool, kind of realistic. Alright, so here we have this little dude and he's walked over here. The trouble is, he doesn't have anyone to fight. So let's go ahead and go back to layer 2 here. We'll call this villain layer. It's a kind of purple. We can pick any color we want. And when we draw in this frame, you'll notice real quick the green there is the frame, right? And if we go slowly along, we almost see a sort of animation as if we had a flip book, right? Anyway, let's go back here. All right, so now we're back to the villain. I'm going to animate each frame of the villain standing still, and the reason I'm going to do that is because, well, I'll just show you. Let's pick a color. Let's make it this purple, and let's have him standing right over here. Now, I could leave the villain in this frame, and I could even take this frame, I could copy it. I could paste it all right here. And we'll paste it over right. Is that what we're going to do? I don't know. Maybe we should just get rid of these keyframes. Let's just convert them to frames. Let's clear it out. Okay, whatever. We've cleared out the keyframes. Now it's just there. So what we could do is have them just standing. But, well, I like to animate each frame, and they're kind of like wiggling, right? Just kind of gives it a different look. So let's try this again. Let's put them in keyframes here, and we're just going to animate this standing still. So just kind of going to draw here and draw here. Am I just crazy, or is this real messy? Maybe I should have made these blank keyframes. So this fella's just kind of standing still. Maybe this hand's giving like a wave, like a come at me. Again, I'm just, whatever. Oh yeah, maybe they're getting like kind of squat ready. Their hands are going up like this. Kind of drawing them a little lower. A little wha. You know what I mean? I think I gotta redo this because I think I should have made these blank keyframes. Instead, they're filled up with this. Let me double check though. Shall we watch it? Press play. Right down here. Yeah, that's garbage. So, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to clear all these keyframes. And let's try this again. Convert the keyframes. There we go. Now they're kind of empty. Alright, we have voila. We'll just, our femme fatale. Not that it has to be female because it's purple, but whatever. It's totally up to you. You can have different colors. You could have different shapes. You can have more than 2 fighters if you want. Maybe you want to make a huge battle scene with just like 60 different little people running around fighting each other, dying and stuff. Okay, blah 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 here. Let's just kind of bring it on. Look at this. Kind of let's get the squat here. All right, get in the fighting pose. Maybe she should kick him in the head. I like that idea. But I think they should have a little fisticuffs first, yeah? Okay. Wow. Look at this. These curves are just so elegant. It's not even me. Okay, so here we are. We've had about 15 minutes almost. And we got this nice little animation that we can see, right? If I were to play it, they would come at each other and what have you. So I'm going to get back down to blue here, and I'm going to have him just come at her basically. So let's go ahead and draw the next frame. You can kind of work however suits you. If you want to draw one out, draw the other out, draw them each at a time. I don't know. Just make sure you learn hotkeys if you really care, so that you can kind of make your workflow easier. Make sure you're not clicking each frame or each little button down here. Okay. It's kind of tough because I don't know where she is. So let's say that this is where he's going to reach her. Here comes the first attack, right? So out comes the punch. They'll meet there. Punch goes back a little, maybe. She's got a head. Let's get the other hand in here, right? So there's the other hand coming across. Now both hands are here. It's kind of praying mantis style. Maybe he's gonna duck back, like she swings for his head, and he kind of dodges it. Kind of matrix style here. Maybe, huh? Doesn't matter. It's your animation. You do what you want. And then we want just like a flurry. Okay, whatever. So here we go. I think what's going to happen now is she's going to jump off the wall, land here. He's going to come at her. She's going to kick him in the head, and then he's going to fall down and be dead. Yeah? So this is him watching her jump off the wall. She's jumping now, so there's her kind of going off the wall. He's kind of over here taking her position. He's kind of reaching up at her like, can I punch you? Look at that. See, I'm saving time. This is the one leg, two leg. I don't even need whatever. You'll get the idea. Maybe if you had a drawing pad, it'd be easier. I'm just using this mouse. Nothing special. Okay, so I suspect she's probably landed about now. Let's have him run at her. Here he comes. He's running full speed ahead kind of thing. These legs are both close together to symbolize the motions. Getting closer, and then oops, whatever. And then let's have boom. There's the kick to the head. Kind of stops him in his tracks. Head goes way over here. The body kind of gets lifted up off the ground. Right, 'cause he's a pretty strong kick. He's sort of falling. And I don't know if this is, obviously if you want to make a slow motion fall, you would just animate it real slowly, right? Lots of different frames. It would look probably pretty cool, but you'd get a sense of how fast things and slow are when you test it out, but whatever. This is just our first one, so we don't really mind, do we? Okay. On the floor almost now. Let's make sure the body's just kind of resting. And there. And that's just going to be how things stand. I'm going to clear these keyframes again, and he'll just stay dead there for these last couple frames. Alrighty, now we got some animating to do over here. 15 minutes have gone by. Maybe I should make another video. We'll just how to do this in 20 minutes. So we'll go and pick our color again. So she's kind of ready to go. Right, getting him to come at me here. Maybe stands back a little. Waiting for the fight to break out. You can change these onion skins right here if you want to see like all of his motions, right? We know there's a whole bunch of them in here because he just kind of stands and gets killed. Or if we want to see what happens behind, we can see more of those. I think it's easy not to get too confused, so we'll just stick with 2 frames ahead 2 frames behind, just like that. Okie doke. Sure. I want to put a keyframe in here. I don't know. Wait a minute. That's okay. Whatever. We'll just leave it. What do we care? Okay, here comes the fight. She goes up maybe to block him. Ching. Okay, their hands are kind of meeting. Alright, she's going for here. It's a little bit of... Okay. Now here's where we got to get intense. So she's going to start, I think, her wall jump pretty soon, right? So she's kind of stepping back here. Pushes off, maybe right about... Ooh. Just Control Z, and we'll undo that. There we go. I want to get her up on the wall. Alright, so... Oh, he's dodging her punch. That's what's going on right now, right? So she's getting up here. Kind of acrobatic. Oops. No one's hand is that close to their head, huh? No, she's kind of up on the walls here, really reaching for him. Alright, here comes the little jump. She's... Alright, let's get her going. Get her flying through the air here. I want her almost like she's going to do a flip. Actually, she's going to do a flip. So, the head is here. She's really flying fast, huh? Da-da-da. Just animating each little frame here. Okay. Ooh. Right. Wonderful. Let's get these little arms up. Okay, good. Let's leave that. What do we care? Her head's got a little thing coming out. You'll notice like these aren't even attached. Her little foot there. That's fine. What do I care? What do you care either? If you want to spend time on this and make it real cool to show your grandma, hey, go right ahead. Be my guest. But if you want to just kind of keep up, if you're doing this along with me, or if you just, this will be your test one, then again, try not to worry too much about looks. You can fix it and try it later. And you can press enter at any point to kind of get a sense of if you're drawing the frames too close together, too fast, if they're moving too much or they're not realistic. I'm not doing that just because I want to save it all for the end. Have a nice little fun little animation. So, okay, looks like she's landed. Thank goodness for that. And, okay, he's got to kind of approach her. She's going to have to get ready to kick him in the head. So, I'm kind of looking for the frame where his head goes back. It's right around here, right? You see in green? So we just want to make sure I'm ready for that. Okay. Looks like we're almost getting there. So here comes the leg. The arms go back, up in the air. There we go. This is the kick. The frame, the kick frame, the head goes back right here. So she's got to be kicking him basically here. So let's go ahead and undo this right here, and let's really get the leg up. There we go. Yeah. And boom. This is where we have contact. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Right? That last one we'll get rid of. Well, no, we'll keep it. I want this a little thicker. Okay. And there we go. Boom. Now we have a nice kick. She's just going to land. He's going to fall. She's just going to kind of watch. Maybe put her hands kind of down a bit here. And as he falls, people are going to be probably have their eyes on him, but maybe she gets a little closer. Alright, and then the arms kind of go up. And voila. Alright, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just animate this kind of victory stance. A few frames while he's dead. And then maybe have her start walking this way, as if walking off the stage. Enemy defeated. It's a victory. Notice I'm caring more about the legs now. The legs are starting to give a kind of animated look. Alright, and let's just hit a couple more. This leg, that leg comes out, arms kind of waving, blah blah blah. How we doing on time? Okay, and then done. So I'm just going to drag this over. Oops, can I do that? Let me just get rid of these, I guess. Let's clear these frames. There we go. Keyframes sort of like action going on. Frames are just something standing there still. So, or change. So there we have it, folks. But now we're going to need to add a little bit more something to it. So I'm going to add another frame or another layer. It doesn't matter where this layer is. And I'm going to call this music, because we are going to find some action music and throw it in here, huh? It's only got to be like, you know, every second. We're going 24 frames, so it's only got to be like a couple seconds of music. But let's go have a look, shall we? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pull this into view. Can you see? I think you can, yeah. And let's just let's try to find some only free music. I'm just going to select the first thing I see. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but alright, we want some, yeah, we want a little bit of little action. Let's try going higher. What's this sound like? That's okay. It's a little slow for me. What about cinematic? What if we go to cinematic here? Epic. That's where we go. We want some epic. That epic music that someone made. The duel. Well, this is good. It's 2 minutes. We could make a 2-minute long animation. And we're just gonna. It's a little slow for our purposes. It's a fine song, but all right. Let's just take this epic music. See what happens. We're gonna download it. I'll credit you, wherever you are. All right. As you can see, can you see what's going on here? Let's hope so, folks. Let me double check with you. You should be looking at this region of my screen. So let's see here. Take this epic. Did we download it? Wonderful. Alright, I'm giving you credit. This is your credit, whoever made this. Because it's live, so I'm not going to put it in the, you know, I can't sort of do it after I've uploaded. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop back into Adobe Animate. And what we're going to do is go over here and import. Let's import to the library. Here we go. Bend Sound Epic, that's the one. I don't know what some of those pictures are from, but whatever. I have a Chrome extension that clicks and accidentally downloads things. Alright, so now we got this music in our library. Let's click over here, check the library. Aha, it's an Epic MP3. Wonderful, right? Right in here. And all we can do, check this, is just drag it and drop it. Make sure that we have the music layer selected. I'm just going to put it right there. And we can see the frame right there. Now the only other, we're going to do two things. We're going to get a little, we need some sounds, right? Some cool sounds. So here's where the first hit is. I'm just going to make a sound. So what I'm going to do is, if you can see, I'm using Windows 10. I'm just going to go right into sound voice recorder, it's called, right here. Okay. Darn, I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention if you could. Oh, clearly you're not looking at the same thing I'm looking at. Clearly not. So let me double check here. Because you should be seeing this sound thing and you're just seeing this thing. That's not what we want you to see, is it? I don't know. Alright, whatever. Just open up your basic sound recorder. If you're using XP or whatever. All I'm going to do is just record like a punching sound, okay? So, there we go. That's all it was. I just pressed record, play, and gave a little sound. It's actually, I'm going to redo it. I'm going to do it right when I press the record button. Ready? Here we go. Beautiful. Now I could put a bunch of those in. Let's just put like, okay, ready? Good. We got 3 hits. Okay, and then the last thing I'm going to do is get like a okay, for when she kicks him in the head. So, there you go. It's just me saying it, goofing around, and that's it, okay? So, I'm going to take, they're called recording 6 and recording 7, and I don't know where these things are kept. Let's see, open file location, looks like they're right under documents, sound recording. So, that's what I'm going to do. Same thing, go to import to library, just so we can deal with it. Right into my documents, right into sound recordings. I don't see them there. What is that about? I guess they're not an openable format. Just, Let's go have a look at. I was just using the default voice recorder for Microsoft, but I'm not sure what it saves them as, so let's see. If we go to settings, trim, share, I could trim it, but how does one? Let me go back. Let's look here in documents. I'm not sure how it saves them, so it just says recording. What kind of file is that? I'm going to get rid of everything, but what were they, 6 and 7? Yeah. You delete all the other recordings besides 6 and 7. Looking down. There, it's just me singing. You can get rid of that. Okay, recording 6 and 7. So, folks, let me see if I can convert these or just make them with different software. I mean, one can just go download Audacity, right? It's a free open source, great software to use. Darn. I don't know. I don't know what kind of file these are. It just says recording. If I go to properties, M4A file. What do I want M4A for? Alright, folks. This is where this live stream gets realistic. So tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up Adobe Audition, which is just the Adobe version of, say, Audacity. I'm not sure if you can see, so let me try to get that so you can see. Because you don't need to see this again, do you? Oy, oy, oy. How are you going to see what I'm doing? Should I just do it and you can just figure it out? It's not that important. I'm just going to convert these into MP3s, or try to. We'll see how that goes. So let's see if you're just going to have to deal with it, folks. Just patiently wait. I will explain to you. You can do this on your own end, or I could figure out how to show you with the software I'm using. Alrighty. Just going to hop into documents, sound recordings. Great. Okay, I can open them both. I'm going to open them both. Uh-huh. Good, good. Tell you what, I don't even, I'm just going to have to show you. I feel bad that you're just sitting there watching me do nothing. So let me grab this software and, okay. I see. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. I guess it was just using the screen from Adobe Animate, which is fine with me. So here's all I did is I just recorded that software. I'm opening it up in sound editing software. This is not that important. You don't have to worry without this. Just make sure you get your sound in a WAV or an MP3, I believe. And all I'm going to do with these is try to export them, basically. So I imported them. I could select this and get rid of it. I will. Just going to select that, press delete, select this, press delete. Same over here with this one. We don't need all this extra empty space. Okay. Now we have a nice clean sound. So, alright, let's try. Let's try exporting the file. There we go. So now it's a .wav file. That'll work fine for our purposes. I'm going to put it right next to where the other one was. Okay, we did 7. Now I'm going to export number 6. Real easy, just file, export, blah, blah, blah. Okay, good, good. All right, enough of that. We don't need to save anything. Forget about it. Let's get back to Adobe Animate, shall we? Here we are. Now we got these 2 WAV files. Great, let's open them both. And here they are. Recording number 6 should be our so let's go ahead and wait a minute. Wait a minute. Something's up here, folks. You see what I see? There's no wiggly lines. Something's off. It's time to go have a look-see. Let me go back into Adobe Audition. Try to figure out why these aren't playing. They should. Export file. Let's try MP3. We'll just call this punch.mp3 and I don't really care. Alright, let's see if this works now, shall we? There we go. It's working now. So I'm just putting it in MP3 format. I'll do it here in case you're curious. Oh, you can see what I see. Good, good. And we'll do the same for the other. So open, import. I don't know. I want number 7. There we go. Look at that. Oh, jeez. Those are much fatter files. Okay, export. Be sure you MP3. And we'll call this one UGH. Okay, great. Great. We're going to close out of that and let's get back in here. We're almost done. So this layer we're just going to call sound effects, or just sound in this case. And it looks like the first punch happens right here, right on frame 20. So at frame 20, let's put in a keyframe. And where's the fall happen? It looks like the kick's right there. So let's put that in right there. Wonderful. Okay. We can put a keyframe here too, just for visualization. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So here we go. Let's get rid of these garbage things. I don't know what that's useful for. And then let's again go into import here to stage. We don't do the stage yet. Import to library. There's not a hotkey for that. I'm going to hold down Control, select both of them. Wonderful. Okay, let's put in punch right here. Good. Punch lasts that long. It's kind of, I don't know if punch is too long. Let's see. Press enter. What do you think, folks? A little long on the punch? I wonder if you can edit this in here. Probably not. Should have made it cleaner. Whatever. And then here's this punch. So this is the put that right here. Okay, it looks like we're gonna need to scoot this over a little, doesn't it? Because the sound, what I'm looking at right here, needs to happen right at 45. So let's go ahead and see if we can. There we go. There we go. Yes. Good. And same with this. Let's scoot this 1 or 2 over. Okay. So there we have it, folks. Our little movie. The sound's gonna keep playing here, but that's okay. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna test it. Might have to make a tweak or two, and then I'm gonna say goodbye to this live stream, and that'll be it. And let's see. It looks like we did this in less than 45 minutes. Yeah. It's 2:53. It was 2:15 when we started, huh? I'll let you all do the math, but I'm assuming it was only like, what, 40? 42? Okay. Here we go. Ready? We're just going to press preview, wherever that is. Where is preview, you think? Publish. Publish settings. Let's try publish. Ready? We're going to publish it. It's being published. Oh. Yeah, there's some problems with probably the sound. You always want to keep an eye on these warnings, but I don't know. Let's just go and export video, huh? I thought there was like a good preview button over here somewhere. Test movie, that's what we want. Okay, ready? Control Enter. We're going to test it in a browser and Animate. Here we go. Control Enter. How's it look? We're opening up Chrome here. Uh-oh. It was okay except for one thing. Do you know what it was? Did you notice? Let's fix it real quick. The trouble was we used the same sound twice. Yeah, we don't need that. So let's we gotta get the sound in here. Let's put the sound in here. Okay, clear frames, is that it? No, that didn't do it. Now I gotta figure out how to get rid of sound. I'm not quite sure. Properties. There we go. Let's just do it this way. We'll go to click the thing, click the frame, go to properties, and then we'll switch the sound. No, that doesn't seem right. It's not the right sound. What's going on here? Okay. I just cleared the whole keyframe. There's the kick right there at about 45. That's a little bit beforehand. I'm going to go back to the library, drop in the sound instead of the punch sound. Wait a minute. I see the trouble. They're the same sound. Alrighty, folks, you ready? Here we go. I'm going to go back into Adobe Animate real fast. You see, Adobe Audition, I'm sorry. You see the trouble? You see, these are the kinds of little troubles. Okay. I guess we're just going to import the sound, recording 7. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. I bet we don't need that. Okay, and actually we can get rid of that too. And it starts right where we want it. And then let's do this the right way. Okay, export file. .mp3. Great. Let's make sure that we're dealing with the right one. That's it. Okay, great. Exit out of that. Don't need to worry about saving. Come right back into here. Go to import, right to the library. Take the long one. It's going to be here. We'll drop it right on this frame. Wonderful. Wonderful. Looks like the sound, actually it almost looks like the sound's a little fast. Let's put it one forward. Let's try this. Good. Wait, is that good? Yeah, it's okay. It's kind of it's a lot of punching, but whatever. Then we got the Dad, walk away. Ready? Let's try it. Here we go. Control test. Going to test. Can you see this? You can't even see what we're doing here. Right? It was great. It was great. It's a great film. You can't even see it, but it's great. Believe me. Trust me. Alright, let's test movie in Animate. I don't know how to do that. I wonder why it's not letting me. Interesting, 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 huh? Well, folks, I guess I'll just show you the browser that it's getting tested in here. Okay. You ready? Yeah, that's strange. I don't know. Anyway. Alright. Whatever. I'll have to figure that out. Plenty to learn, folks. Plenty to learn. So I'm going to take this source. Take this little video right here. Okay. Can you see my Google? I hope so. My Google Chrome? No, you're just seeing a blank screen. How's that going to help you? I'll tell you, it's not. I can tell you that right now, folks. Looks like you got too much junk going on here. Alright. I want this little video to work. Doesn't seem to be working, does it? I don't know. I don't know about this Chrome tab. It doesn't work. Ay, 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 ay. Let's try this again. Let's go ahead and delete this, delete this. You don't know what's going on, but this is the trouble of being live, folks. Can you imagine how well this would have gone if it weren't live and just recorded? You'd think, wow, what a handy little YouTube video. But now you're just thinking, what is this guy doing? What is this? Who's this amateur? Get him off the internet. Okay. Let's try this one more time. I'm going to grab the screen so you can see. I'm using, can you see that at all? I mean, what are you looking at? Don't look to me like you can see much of anything. I don't know, it's showing up black. For some reason I'm trying to capture this. It's very strange. Well, I can't let you, alright, 45 minutes has gone by. I mean, I can't let you not see the final product. What would be the fun in that? I want to show you on this black screen that's black, but it's just black. So that's not helpful. Why don't you work, little thing, you? Why don't you work? Use an XSplit broadcaster to try to broadcast to you. Interesting. Does this work? No. Does this work? Sort of. This is not what I want to show you. You see, this is me. Right now, this is me trying to figure out how to get this to work. For your sake. But it ain't, is it? No, sir, it ain't. Well, ma'am. So let's see here. Sound recordings. No, I don't want that. Oh, there's my sound recordings. What do I want to show you those for? You don't need to see that. Okay. I could show you other little things, but I can't seem to show you what I want to show you. Look at that. Why is that working now? Does this make any sense to you? What are you seeing? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Look, folks. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but this could be it. I think I figured it out. For some reason, it's taking the Windows voice recorder frame instead of, very strange. It seems a little buggy to me. Seems to be having trouble with its Windows. This is where I grabbed the music. It was just the first Google search. And hopefully this is where we're gonna, it's just a Chrome browser here. Oh, and there's my voice recordings. Okay, maybe it's a trouble with Windows. I'm gonna leave this up, I get, no. Wait a minute. Oh, no, come back. I mean, by all means. Okay. I see what's going on here. I'm taking this, whatever. Do you care or not? I'll tell you if you care, but XSplit Gamecaster or Broadcaster is taking this window, but it seems like when I put this in front of that window, whatever. Here we go. I'm going to go to test. It's exporting it to JavaScript and HTML, probably because it's a this document. And the URL here. Or, yeah. And UDC, whatever, you know, the path. Copy it from the bar. If you don't know what I'm talking about, doesn't matter. Oh, there's my pictures. Okay, are we good here? You see what I'm seeing? Great. I'm gonna pop this right here, put this into here, and that's Citibank. You don't need to see my bank account. Paste. There we go. No, now I'm pasting in YouTube. Look, folks. Where in the world is this software, I tell you? Let's try this one more time. We're going into Adobe Animate, going up to Control, pressing Test, and I guess we should have just made a... Oh, I don't know if you can hear that beautiful sound. That's the sound we stole. Okay. There. What do you see? Oh, now you see it? Doesn't make any sense. I dare say you make little sense, little thing. I don't know, folks. I'm going to pop this in here. What do you see? Nothing? Well, there's our little animation. Oh, watch this over and over. The music keeps playing. It's so sloppy. It's so short. I'm waiting for it to show up. Oh, there it is. I hope so. Otherwise, 52 minutes. And there you have it. There you have your little fight scene. Boy, oh boy, I tell you. Boy, oh boy. So, anyway, let's go back to here. So there you have it. Yeah, that's how to make a quick, sort of quick, YouTube, not YouTube, but you know, Adobe Animate CC animation. What do you think? Comments below. Maybe. Should we not do this live ever again? Or is live great and we should do another live one? It's twice as long, 4 times as many people. I don't know. We'll see. But in any event, that's how you make a stick figure fight animation in under an hour. This is only a 53-minute broadcast. No, 54 now. Alright, I guess that's all to say. So I guess let me know. And thanks for watching. And sorry for watching. But we may be back. We, the royal we, meaning me. And with more interesting things. More software, I guess. More, I don't know.